use count, when I use sales amount, it's bring out the total number, which is 14. When I use date as well, it's bring out the total number of this data, which is 14. But when I use a count on this product, it's bringing 0. What happened? I want your response on what happened in the comment section. What do you think happens? Why this is bringing? Why the product is? Why when I use the product is bringing 0, not 14? Let's try that again. Equals count, open bracket. Now let me highlight this. Then close it. It's bringing 0. It's bringing 0 instead of 14. So why? What happened? I want you to answer it in the comment section. So let's proceed. Here I'll be treating 5 to 6, 7 formulas. This formula is called trim, proper, left, right, upper, lower, and mid. This formula is formula that we use to clean data in Excel. Any data given that is rough data, these are some of the formulas we use to clean data. Let's start from upper. Upper is used for capitalizing text. Let's assume you are given name that is in small letter. If you use formula upper, it will convert everything to capital letter. Now let's assume this Mr. James here. You can see this Mr. James is a small letter. So let's capitalize it. To do that, we type equals upper, open bracket, then click on Mr. James, then close the bracket, then press enter. You can see this is Mr. James here, and it capitalized everything. It turns everything to capital letter. Let's find this Miss Odun down here is also what? Is also in small letter. And let's use upper to convert Miss Odun as well to capital letter. So equals upper, open bracket, then we click on Miss Odun here, then we close our bracket, then we press enter. You can see Miss Odun is now what? Is now in capital letter. Now that's about upper. Now let's go to lower. Lower is the opposite of upper. Lower will convert everything that is in capital letter to small letter. You can see this Samsung is in capital letter. Let's convert this Samsung to what? To small letter. What do we need to do? We type equals lower, open bracket, then we click on the text that we want to turn to small letter, which is what? It is the Samsung. Then we close the bracket. You can see it turns the what? It turns the Samsung to small letter. Now let's try this Tecton as well. This Tecton is also in small letter. It's also in capital letter rather. Let's convert it to small letter as well. So we type equals lower, open bracket, click on Techno, then close the bracket. Is now what? Is now in lower case. No more in our upper case as well. This is how we convert text from capital letter to small letter, and from small letter to what? To capital letter. So to convert small letter to capital letter, you use a formula called upper. To convert capital letter to small letter, we use a formula called lower. Now, when you are given a test that consists of capital letter and small letter mixing together, how do we do in that scenario? Now let's assume this is a test. I'm going to write favor here, capital letter, small letter F. Let's use small letter F, capital letter A, V, O, then small letter U and R. You can see this. Let's assume there is flavor. This favor is in our test. We can't leave it like this. We need to put it in the right format. So what do? We come to this proper. We type equals proper, open bracket, then click on that favor, then close the bracket. What do you see? Its format is for in the original, the normal formatting that name is supposed to be. So this is how it's supposed to be, right? Favor is supposed to be capital letter A, then others will be small letter. Now let's check this as well. This Huawei, this Huawei is in small letter. Let's use proper to turn the H to capital letter. So we type equals proper, open bracket, then click on Huawei, then close the bracket. See, Huawei is what? H is in capital letter, then others are in small letter, which is the normal format for writing names in this country. So that's how it is. Now, even this Mr. James here, everything is in what? Everything is in small letter. Everything is in small letter. To convert it to normal mode of writing names in this country, you come here and type equals proper, open bracket, then click on the text we want to convert to proper, we want to normalize, then you close the bracket, press enter. You can see Mr. James is in small letter here, but here the M is in capital letter, R is in small letter, the first letter of James is J, is in capital letter, and others are in small letter. This formula is called what? Is called proper. Then let's use its next formula, which is called trim. This formula is very, very beneficial. There are some tests when you are giving tests, maybe you are sent a file. There are some file you see there will be a lot of space before the name, or there are a lot of commas, or there are a lot of space in between the names. This trim is used for removing space before the name. All those unnecessary spaces that are present in names, this trim is a formula that is used for removing unnecessary space. Just like this Dr. Kiki, you can see there is space before this doctor. Then the text, instead of the text to be left highlighted, the text is in the middle. So to balance this text, instead of it as yes, because it is just one, you can actually edit it and use and clean the space. But if it is a text of like 50,000, will you edit it one by one? No. Instead, you use a formula called trim. You do like equals trim. You open the bracket, then you click on that Dr. Kiki, the text, then you close the bracket. You can see there is no. You can see here there is no space in front of doctor again, unlike this. Now let's check again. Let's assume on this Mr. Kunde here, there is a space in between it. So these are Mr. QUNL. So let's see if this trim can actually help us to clean that space. So that equals trim, open bracket, Mr. Kunde, close the bracket. Does it clean it for us? Let's see. No. It doesn't. It does clean it for us. It's just what is here is that as I thought Miss their KU and NLE, it thought they are apart. That's why it's reduced the spaces to just one letter space. It reduced the space to what? To one letter space. Assuming it's okay. It reduced the space to just one letter space, which is normal for separating names. So that's that about trim. Trim is what? The spaces that are before the text, those excess spaces that are before the text, trim helps us what? To cut it out. Now there's a formula called left as well. In this left formula is used. It's used when you want to pick text from the left side, and right is used when you want to pick text from the what? From the right side. Now let's do something here. Look at this. Look at this name. This Dr. James, Mr. James, Mr. Ayo, Mr. Michael, Engineer Alex. Now let's assume we want to pick Mr. from this James to another column. What do we need to do? There we type equals left. You open our bracket. We click on the Mr. James. Then we press comma. How many tests do we want to remove from the? So how many tests do we want to remove from the left side? That's we want to remove that mister, which is MR. We press 2, then we close the bracket. You can see the mister is already removed, the mister, separate mister for us. Though the original name is here, so it already take two letters from it. Let's assume, let's try another one. Equals left. Let's assume we want to take engineer from this engineer alias. We want to take engineer from this engineer alias. Let's click on engineer alias. We put comma. After putting comma, it is engineer that we want to pick. That engineer is what? It's 4 letter, ENGR. Then we type 4. Then close the bracket. Then we press enter. You can see it brings out what? The engineer that is here. So we already pick engineer from here. So left is used to pick anything, a test that's the left side. If you want to pick test from the left side, left is used to pick it. Likewise, if there is a test in the what? In the right side, you know, from this Mr. James, we've picked Mr. Now let's use right. Let's use right to pick James. James is how many letters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's use equals right, open bracket, then click on Mr. James, then comma. You know, I counted James the other time, it's 5, and put 5, close the bracket. You can see this is Mr. that we pick with the left, and we pick James with right. Now this engineer alias, we use left to pick engineer. Then let's use right to pick alias. Alias is how many letters? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's equals right, open bracket. Let's click on that alias, engineer alias. Then alias is how many letters? 4. Then put the 4. Then close the bracket. You can see I use left to pick Mr. I use right to pick James. I use left to pick engineer from engineer alias, and I use right to pick alias. Now that's that about what? About right. Now mid, if you want to pick a test, if there is a particular test you want to pick from the middle, mid is used to pick that test. Now assuming this in this Samsung here, I want to pick MSU. This MSU in Samsung, that's what I need. I will come here and I will type equals mid. I will open the bracket. I click on the Samsung, put comma, start number. That means where does this thing start from? SA. It starts from 2 because I want to pick the third alphabet. Then comma, how many alphabet do I want to pick? That's MSU, that's 3 alphabets. I'll put the 3, then I'll close the bracket. You can see, okay, I picked the second, third, and fourth. That's AMS. Let's try it again. Let's pick MSU. Yes. Equals mid, open bracket. I pick Samsung, comma. The M starts from the third, right? M starts from the third. That's the third letter. That's 3. Then how many letters do I want to pick? MSU. That's 3 letters. And close the bracket. You can see these are MSU. So I picked the 3. The first one I used the same mid to pick what? To pick this AMS. And the second here I used what? I used the same formula mid to pick the MSU from the what? From the center. If you want to pick from the right, you use the formula right. If you want to pick from the left, you use the formula left. But if you want to pick from the middle, you use the formula mid. So the last one I want to see today, which is a kind of formatting. So now let's assume we are asked to get this. Watch very well how I'm going to do this. But before we do this, see this test here, see this date here, you can see they are not in the same format. What do we do? Look at it. I'll come to this home, click on this, you can see this is date, but here the date is in what? Is in number format. What do I need to do? I just need to click here, change it to dates, short date. You can see it changed to 1/1/2024. Then here as well, it's not in date format, but when I come here, it's in general format. So I'll just change it to date format. You can see there is no stress at all. You can see here as well is in date format, but it is not what is not in the same format as this. What do I need to do? I just click on this, bring the cursor to the edge. You can see my cursor change when it comes to this edge. I just drag it down. You can see everything. You can see everything changes to the same format. Everything changes to the same format. So now let's treat this cell as well. You can see this cell starts with what? Start with small letter. This Mr. starts with small letter. We can't actually edit this one here. But unlike this, here we not really edit, we only change the format. But to clean this one up, because this one is in total small letter, this one is in capital letter, there's space in front of this one. How do we clean it? We come here, we type equals. Which formula do we need to use? We need to use proper. Equals proper, open bracket, then close the bracket. That's enter. Now what do I need to do? You can see my cursor will change. Instead of me doing everything one after the other, look at what I'm going to do. I just come here, the edge, I'll just drag it down. You can see all the names here, names here has been formatted in the right format here. But now you can see this Dr. Kiki, the space here is not removing. What do I need to do now? If I want to remove this space, I can see right equals trim, open the bracket, I click on this, close the bracket and press enter. Then I will drag it down again. You can see Dr. Kiki now. There is no space in front of this Dr. Kiki again. You can see there's no space in front of it again. Though I can combine the two formulas instead of doing trim here, then instead of doing proper here, then doing trim here, we can combine the formula and do it at once. So now we are done formatting this one. Let's quickly format the product as well, like we format this. Now for this test, just like the way we did with date, this test here, this one is having sign in front of it, this one is having sign in front of it, while others doesn't have sign. And moreover, this one, instead of, you can see this one because it's at the left side. Regardless, don't worry that it is number, it is at the left side. That means it's in text format, not in date format. You can see others are in general format, which is the same thing as in number format. Others are in general format. But only this one, only this one, and this one, they are in different format that is different from others. What do you need to do? You just go and convert this one to general format as well. Convert this one to general format as well, and this one to general format as well. Or let me back it. You can just come here. This is the format you want. You can just drag it down, and everything within the same format. But don't do it like this because it's copying the same number. You only want to copy the format, not the number. So let's quickly return it back. All you need to do is what? Convert this one to general format back, and this one to general format back. Now this one is formatted or is in right format already. Okay, now we are asked to calculate the total price. The total price of what? Of this. We can't calculate the total price because the amount, the quantity of the product that they bought is not here. As long as the quantity of the product they bought is here, we can actually calculate the total price and profit. Okay, let's quickly do that. Let's assume, let's just put random number 1 2 4 5 3 6 7 8 2 1 3 2. Now let's assume this is the quantity of the phone. This is the what? The quantity of the phone bought. So to calculate the normal price, you just do that. Okay, 80,000 is 1, 90,000 is 2. You just multiply this by this. So what do we need to do? Press equals, then click on this amount, then star, that's the multiplication, then you multiply by this, then you press enter, then you come up here, then you drag it down. You can see when you drag it down, it's actually gives us, it gives us the total price of what? Total number of total price of this product. Now what I really want to show you here is that how do we copy and paste? You can see here now, here we formatted this, and it's here. Now how do we return it to this place? What do we need? Okay, let's copy it using Ctrl C, and we copy, bring it here, Ctrl V. You can see it's bringing numbers. It's bringing numbers for us. It's bringing something else for us. You don't know why this is happening. You don't know why this is happening. You don't know. But let's add another cell here. Ctrl Shift plus. Okay, we can also do like this if you want to. If you want to paste, you can copy like this, then bring it to this space, paste it here, then we delete. We are going to delete this one. We just copy the name here, we just copy the same name, which is what? This is agent. Then we delete this one with what? Control minus. You can see now. See what happened. I deleted that cell with Control minus just for you not to disturb us. See what happened. I deleted this cell, this agent one, because I don't want my record. I don't want my sheet to be rough. So I decided to delete this one. Control minus. But you can see this one. This one is bringing ref. Is bringing ref. You can see here as well the calculated things that we did is bringing ref. Now what do we need to do? How do we solve this kind of problem? We don't want to be having this kind of issue. There is a way we paste, which is called paste value. If I use paste value, it won't bring ref. Now let me add another cell, another column. Now I will copy from here, Ctrl C. Now I will come here. I want to paste it here, but I'm going to come up here. Then check this space, this space. Then when I press it, it will paste here. You can see it has pasted here. Now let me come back to C here and remove this cell. You can see when I remove this cell, you can see this one is there, and this one has turned to ref, and this formula as what? Has turned to ref as well. but the one that I use paste as value, to print to paste is there. So this is how we copy and paste in Excel. That it doesn't affect our what? Doesn't affect our formula. If you just use copy and paste only, it might actually affect your work. Your work might be bringing something like ref. But if you use paste value, it's not going to affect your work. Let me do the same thing for this product. We've cleared the product is in normal format here. Let's use Ctrl C to clear it, and let's use Ctrl V to paste it here. It's not even working. So now what do we need to do? Let's use paste as value to paste it. If it's going to work, it's supposed to work. I don't know what's wrong with it. It's supposed to work, but it's not working. So let me use paste as value to paste it and see if it's going to paste. So paste as a value, you can see it's pasted here. Now let me remove this column. Let's see if this is going to change or it will still be like this. You can see this space is still this product, this our new product is here. Is not changing. It's not changing at all. So this is how to copy and paste in Excel. How to copy and paste. If you use formula to calculate, if you want to copy that correct one that you calculated inside that column, you must paste as value, not ordinary paste. So that will be the end of this session. If you have any question, make sure you write it in the comment section. I will try my very best to respond to it as quick as possible. Thank you very much for watching.